For everything that has an ending, it always starts with the beginning. Today we're going to react to the 16 videos you won't sleep after watching. Generally speaking, I like to sleep from time to time. So this is kind of so the title kind of makes me a little bit uneasy, but let's just give this a shot and see what they have to. Okay, so this is obviously just a person with a huge white condom, but let's give it a shot, okay?
Don't watch this video if you are planning on going to sleep anytime soon. You might stay up all night wide awake, hoping these videos weren't real. Number 16. A YouTuber named Sammy Pena is waiting in the car alone when a total stranger walks up and tries to open all of her doors. I think this is far from an honest mistake, because listen to how hard he pulls on the handle. He was really hoping that someone didn't shut their door all the way. But the real giveaway is how he doesn't even try to unlock the driver's door. He probably knows from experience that this door is almost always locked and not worth bothering with. Between her tinted windows and sunglasses, he seems not to notice anyone's in the back seat at all. He casually walks away empty-handed, at least until someone forgets to lock their doors. Number 15. This spooky midnight sighting is quickly becoming known as the ghost boy under the stairs. It could simply be a bug walking across the camera, but what's weird is how it seems to stay confined to the area under the steps. Then at 15 seconds, it reaches the farthest corner and vanishes. Take a look again and tell me if you think this is real or special effects. Even the person who uploaded this video says they didn't believe in the supernatural until seeing this at their job. Number 14. This elderly man is on a ventilator and bad.
Okay. So yeah, a bug on the screen might be, for most of the time, there's always kind of this logical explanation to almost everything when it comes to the paranormal shit. But I don't know. It flew quite. I don't know, bro. It wasn't that scary.
Battling for his very life, his daughter and two grandchildren gather around to offer encouragement and pay their respects. After requesting some privacy from the doctors, one of the grandchildren pulls out an inheritance contract from under his clothes, and they threaten the grandfather into signing. Having forced themselves into his will, the daughter next reaches down and unscrews his heart IV in a matter of seconds. She does this in the direct sight of the other grandson, so he must have known too. They all gather around to watch the old man slowly weaken. Judging from how the other grandchild looks over his shoulder at the 2-minute mark, there's no doubt he knew what they were doing. Everyone here looks guilty. When medical staff come in to check what's wrong, the suspects all slip out one by one. It wasn't until later, when staff reviewed the CCTV footage, that they were able to piece together this family plot of betrayal and bring them all to justice. And yes, the man did thankfully survive. Number 13. A YouTuber named Sanjay.
And he survived. Oh, fuck's sake. Oh, no. No. Okay, no. Okay, now we're starting with this freaky shit again. Oh, I don't like driving in the woods, in the dark. Who does that? Okay, let's go for it.
The angel is traveling the countryside in India when he comes across a phantom figure dressed in an all-white shroud that completely covers its face. It pays them absolutely no attention as it crosses the road with no lantern in hand. Moments ago it was wandering in complete darkness, yet it moves as though it had somewhere else to be. How it's able to find its bearings in total darkness with its face covered is beyond me. Listen to this part and translate if you speak the language so that we all know what they were thinking at the time. Also tell me whether or not they sound like they are really scared. Also tell me whether or not they sound like they really are scared or just acting. Number 12. A
Okay.
YouTuber named Bat Chain Puller says
Okay, that ghost was like totally like, can you please nod? I need to go here. Can you please nod? But oh my god, yeah. Oh, okay, that was kind of freaky. Like, as I said, like the big no-no for me are jump scares. Like jump scares are the big like no. So as far as right now, we've been good. So let's just continue and see if it works out.
they were watching Game of Thrones when they noticed this little girl staring into their home with a blank expression. She does not seem to be trying to get anyone's attention and seems perfectly content with staring straight ahead into a stranger's home on Christmas, judging by the decorated tree. The YouTuber says that there is an explanation for this video, but doesn't go into any more detail. Maybe they will still remember what happened all these years later. Number 11.
Well, as long as it wasn't the last season of Game of Thrones, she probably was interested.
Bro is all a student writes after staying on the bus to capture this paranormal activity. Listen to how hard this window snaps shut and tell me how this is even possible with no one around.
Whoa.
Afterwards, he claims to see two faces in the window, something which apparently happens often, and I actually see what he means. These are its eyes, and here its nose. The rest of its face is hidden from view because it's peeking in. Same with the window beside it. Number 10. This ghost video from a bus station in Sydney, Australia has everyone convinced it's real. Even the camera equipment itself. A shadowy mist floats across the upper right monitor, and soon motion tracking equipment puts a bright orange box around it to confirm. It eventually floats off the monitor, at which point it should show up on the other monitor to the left, but nothing appears.
Look at that.
The motion sensor tries to track it for a bit longer and then gives up. It has simply vanished. Number 9. A reporter from Huff Paranormal sets up a motion-activated camera under their bed, which they suspect is haunted. When they get up to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night, they record the bed shaking. The only explanation I have is that an unseen person is shaking it from the other side. Other than that possibility, this is definitely paranormal. Moments later, a raspy, unseen voice confirms he's leaving. Listen to this part and tell me if you hear it, or if you hear it, say something else. Number 8. A YouTuber named Sarah Elizabeth brings some friends to search for ghosts at the Columbia State Park in California.
Like, why do you go looking for ghosts? Why? Why would you do that? No.
When they start hearing weird noises, they think it could be an old water pump turning on, but I'm not so sure. So you tell me what this is.
45 degrees out, so it's pretty cold. What is that sound?
Later, they are walking down a historic street when they get a bad feeling about one of the houses. These historic houses are empty, and no one has lived in them for quite some time. Check out the curtains here at the 10-minute mark. Notice how they are pretty much closed. Now look again, and 15 seconds later, you'll see they do appear to be open much wider this time.
Doesn't that curtain look like it's moving? Over there?
Finally, as they look out onto the old creepy street, their camera picks up this nearby growl.
I never kept orbs on. I never kept orbs on. I never kept orbs on.
They don't seem to hear it until later, but tell me if you can. Number 7. A YouTuber named Leo Tran is challenged to throw a plastic bottle cap into a trash bag from across the room. At 1 minute into the video, you can see something is out of the ordinary, but at 1 minute and 23 seconds, you can see a small face pop up in the window. The small face stays in the window for approximately 33 seconds and ducks out of the way when Leo goes to collect the trash bag. Does this look real or edited to you? Number 6. A YouTuber from San Antonio, Texas, named Dylan James TV records a deep moan that fills the night sky. Take a listen and give me your best guess as to what this mysterious noise could be.
I hope you can hear that.
After a while, it grows closer and louder until the sound breaks directly overhead, yet nothing is visible.
Okay, you know what that sound is? That sound is someone having huge ass speaker playing ambient scary music. That's it.
What's especially strange is the comments for this video. Other people from as far as Florida admittedly claim to have heard this exact same noise. Apparently it happens for 5 minutes at a time, at which point it stops as abruptly as it began. Number 5. It's been a little while since I've analyzed a Michael D. McGee video, and this capture is simply too good to not talk about. For the past 10 minutes, he has been hearing loud footsteps up the stairs. Tell me if you think this is real, or sound effects from a speaker in the other room.
There it is again. Okay.
These are jump scares. Oh god, oh god.
Michael flings open the door and finds no one there. If you have headphones, listen to this part and tell me if the footsteps really come from the bottom of the stairway. They certainly sound real to me. Number 4. Sylvia Nicholas has a motion sensor camera that turned on momentarily to catch this strange airborne entity as indicated by the green box. Take a look again in slow motion and tell me if this was a spirit orb, a giant speck of dust, a bug, or something else altogether. Number 3. Tyler Heitzson is bored in math class when he notices a ceiling panel going berserk all by itself. None of the other ones are moving except this one, though I can't say why. I know it can't be a fan blowing or anything like that, because the Snapchat audio is very clear. Take a listen. If this is real, like he says, then I think it might be time for Tyler to transfer classes, and maybe even schools. Number 2, this home surveillance video shows a round transparent object dart across someone's front yard. It starts from a walkway and then goes down a hill towards the house, perhaps looking for a way inside. Meanwhile, whatever this is supposed to be glares at the camera without moving, and when I zoom in, I think those might be horns. Before we get to number 1, my name is Chills, and if you're curious about what I look like in real life, then go to my Instagram at DylanIsChillinYT and tap that follow button to find out. I recently released the number 15 mixtape, but I don't think you should follow these instructions to check it out. It's a proven fact that generosity makes you a happier person, so if you're generous enough to hit the subscribe button and the bell beside it, then thank you. Also, don't forget I upload a new video here on YouTube every Thursday and Saturday. Number 1. These explorers are checking out a haunted church in Britain called St. Botolph's Church, which is said to be guarded by the spirit of a passed away monk. The weather is fine at first, but within a minute of stepping out of the car, it becomes cloudy and gray, as if to signify they do not belong here. Here at 2 minutes and 34 seconds, you can see everyone standing outside as they peruse the cemetery, and it isn't until 2 minutes and 47 seconds that they go inside. With this in mind, tell me how they record this shadow figure walk across the church at 2 minutes and 22 seconds, a full 20 seconds before any of them enter. Try to put yourself in these situations and ask a simple...
Okay, so these kinds of things are really... I've actually seen video editors produce these kinds of things, like easily make or reenact or whatever ghosts and stuff like that. And this crew obviously looked like they had pretty dope equipment. I do not doubt that these guys could have done it themselves, but freaky nonetheless. Alright everyone, so that was it. So with everything that has a beginning, it also has an ending. Goodbye.